show like how they could predict CP0's movements because they have the internal spy. You know that there's so many things that we could like still speculate on.
Um, do you think Morgans will show up?
Yeah, I think actually Morgans is like integral. I think more I don't know. Morgans is to me is like an independent entity and he just loves the news. He just loves, shaping the narrative. And he sees all these interesting events going on. So he loves Luffy, bro. Like I mean think about it. Like Luffy like is the one that he's the like writing his like centerpieces on Luffy's exploits pretty much. Like he has like he did it in Whole Cake Island. He did it after, the Kaido and Big Mom were defeated in Onigashima, and then now like Morgans took Vivi and Wapol in. So we can see here that I think Wapol has to join Luffy's side, and I think Morgans. I think the final alliance here is gonna be like what Morgans like. Okay, I will take Red Hair Pirates. I think is an independent entity. Blackbeard Pirates independent entity. Cross Guild independent entity for now. For now, but I think the whole kind of Straw Hat Umbrella Alliance end game for the final story, final battle royale is going to be the Straw Hats. The senior officers, Luffy, and then they're gonna have the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, and then kind of High Trojans and the new giant warrior pirates kind of play in there for Elbath. So that's gonna be something there that everyone else is gonna meet up here. The final meeting with Shanks, I think, where or like there's either some sort of skirmish with Shanks and Luffy or some sort of reconciliation on Elbaf, and then Morgan's Vivi, like all of Morgan's employees, Vivi, Wapol, and then um all like basically Alabasta, I think Dressrosa as well, all like the different kingdoms that like Luffy has like kind of put his like flag over, like Fishman Island, the Ryugu Kingdom, they're all gonna come support Luffy in the final battle. And we're also gonna see the revolutionaries like Dragon finally meets Luffy like face to face, and that like just Dragon, Luffy, and Sabo are like all like kind of one alliance where the revolutionaries and the Straw Hats like come together. It also would make sense why like Nico Robin is considered the light of the revolution, like, and that also like would also tie and like foreshadowing on like the Revolutionary Army and the Straw Hat Pirates working together to like get the One Piece, get the One Piece, B, defeat Imu and the Gorosei, and then C, restore the world how it's supposed to be. Like, with Vegapunk's and Elbaf's knowledge, like I think everyone is gonna know like how like the ancient robot came to be. Like I think the One Piece is something different than actually understanding the history of the Void Century. I think like now that like Luffy's crew is like a Yonko crew, like they can actually finally do what they need to do to like rectify history. Because like as you know, like in Saboti when they met Rayleigh and Robin wanted to know the true history, Rayleigh was like, "Oh, at the way you are now, you won't be able to do anything about it," because like she was like too weak. But like now she's actually strong enough with the crew to like understand how the Void Century came to pass. And I think understanding the Void Century first and then finding the One Piece like would be like integral, because like I think the reason why Roger needed to wait, like he was too early because he couldn't use the One Piece. Like he told everyone how to find it, but like he himself couldn't use it. So I truly believe that the One Piece is something only the user of the Gomu Gomu no Mi can use, like to its full potential. That like, it has to be, how like Nika has like the weapon in his like silhouette from like the last time, like when I in the Wano Country arc, like in Onigashima, like when Who's Who was talking with Jinbei, they had the Nika with the weapons. I think that's like the in like how we just saw Luffy as Nika with no weapons. I think that the One Piece like is like the weapon that only Nika can use. That like would gives him like so much freedom and power that he can do like anything that he wants. Like even more so with his Devil Fruit Awakening. What do you think? I know that was kind of a lot to throw at you, but
I was muted. I was listening. So, what's the I agree with you, but what's the opposite of imagination? Because like,
dreams.
well, I mean, this isn't that the same thing? Imagination, your dreams, blah blah.
Well, I mean, imagination then like stagnation, I guess, or like.
Nothingness.
rigidity or something. Like I don't know, something that Emu needs to embody, because Emu embodies the exact opposite of what Joy Boy embodies. Like those are the two like faction leaders here for like the Void Century faction, the great. I'll use the Ancient Kingdom. I'll just call it the Great Kingdom. Great Kingdom faction versus the 13 Kingdoms. Um, two different ideals. So it's like Emu is like the one who defeated Joy Boy in the past, I think, with the Gorosei, and like now Nika comes back and then he defeats Emu once and for all.
Okay.
Or actually, I don't even know. Like here, this is what I can't understand. Like Dragon, is it Dragon versus Emu or Luffy versus Emu? Because Luffy is Joy Boy, and from what we've garnered so far, like Joy Boy was probably the most important person of the Void Century, which means that if he was the most important person, it's extremely likely that he was probably the leader or like the king of the Great Kingdom in the Void Century.
Right, right. But
So
here,
like
what? Um, why did their heads explode? Do they have a bomb in their neck that activates as soon as they look at them, or is it a power as soon as someone lower than you and you like you know? Why did the Navy soldiers explode?
I actually don't know. I think there's a hidden mechanic that Oda has behind that. Like, there could be like devil fruits that like mythical zone devil fruits that oppose each other. Like, think about this. You know how like all the devil fruits like you've probably seen the posts on Reddit where they're different kind of like Japanese kind of like demonic onis like that are the devil fruits. Like for example, the Yuki for Saturn. It's like a demonic a being from Japanese folklore. So what we can see here is that there could be something where like there's a demonic mythical zone like class categorization that the Emu and the Gorosei uses, and there's also like an opposite like angelic mythical zone type. Like for example, look at like Joy Boy and look at like for example um Yamato's fruit, the Okochi no Madami or Okama no I don't know what it's called. It's some weird Japanese name, but like the guardian wolf deity from Wano, like she had like the same kind of like frost like aura like around her that like and Joy Boy had like the white one. So there could be like I don't know like counterparts to like
Well,
the
that's the
mythical zone.
sash. Everyone calls it the little. You're talking about the sash that all
A
the
little sash,
awakened
yeah.
users
There's like
get.
I think the sash because now like there's foreshadowing. Like we can see Lucci and Kaku's are both black, and then we can see Saturn's is also black, but Joy Boy's is white. So like, what is the There shouldn't. If the sash was just a sash, then like he could make it whatever the fuck color he wants. But he made Joy Boys white. Why is that? When everyone else, as that we seen also Yamato's is also kind of like frost colored, but like everyone else's is black for awakened zones.
Here's what I think. I think 900 years ago, before the 800 years ago, I think there was an ancient kingdom. And this ancient kingdom, whether it was a giant Pangea of countries that were happy, or they were all split up still, just like islands, whatever happened, basically someone got mad at someone, there was some dispute, some drama, and some dude probably was super greedy, aka Emu, and wanted more, and then the thing with the swords, where there was supposed to be 20, where you would swear not to take the throne, and there was only 19 with Lily. Basically, I think either an invader alien, either Emu's an alien or a demon from hell, or they could be hell. They could even be the ones the devil that comes from the devil fruit. You know, it's in the name. They could have created the devil fruits and then know who created the devil fruits in the ancient time. But either way, I think they have a connection to the word devil and devil fruit. I
Oh,
think I think this
absolutely.
I think the six of them know the truth about devil fruits and blah blah blah. And it could just honestly be someone had fucking Kuma's devil fruit and sent all the poneglyphs away to help Lily or whatever. Maybe it was Lily. And not only that, but maybe they had devil fruits emu in them, and they were gonna use them to take over the world. And they ended up getting put in the wrong hands and then reincarnate. Something happened. Why do they reincarnate when the user dies somewhere random? There's no science behind that. That has to be something spiritual. There's nothing Vegapunk could say to make me believe that when the user of a devil fruit dies, it just scientifically appears on a different
Collected,
island.
right?
What?
It's spiritually collected. sure that I think the devil fruit might reincarnate into another fruit in like a different island, but the original kind of spirit or personality of the user exists in each incarnation. Like look at Sabo for
That's
example.
what
He
I'm
was
saying.
joined
It's my
Ace.
favorite example. I was hoping you'd use Sabo because
Yes,
I think
because
he's
he
gonna
was
have a
the
moment with
original.
Ace inside him. Like not Ace inside him, but like he's gonna be fighting a Kainu and he's gonna get extra mad for some reason. He's not gonna know why. It's because Ace.
Oh
You know what I'm
shit,
saying?
dude.
I think Akainu's final fight is Sabo. I'm sorry. I know people think it's Dragon or Luffy. No, dude. Ace,
He fights the guy
the
that killed
lava.
Ace.
Yes, it's the fire fruit though. The fire fruit lost to the lava fruit. And devil fruits, they say these mythical zones have a will of their own, but I think Logias do too. I think a lot of devil fruits have a will of their own. We don't know everything about devil fruits yet, so I think Kuma's devil fruit's alive. He's a mythical zone, and I think that's why his body's moving on its own, and he's going somewhere. I think he's going to Egghead.
Egghead. He's going to
Yeah, he's
Egghead.
going to Egghead, and that's gonna throw a wrench into the mix. And I think that
Wait! You just blew my mind. You just blew my mind. Oh my god. This is exactly what it has to deal with Kuma. Think about this. Kuma's personality was wiped by the world government. According to the theory, if Lily was the user of the Niku Niku no Mi, but it was a mythical zone, then that will of the mythical zone took over the non-will of Kuma.
you think Lily's inside of Kuma, that would be
Like
wild, dude.
if
Some
if if
Freaky
if the
Friday shit.
if the devil fruit like ability where like the user of like the fruit like is passed on even like after like a new incarnation you still
Hmm.
exhibit the same wills of the old user like and Kuma has no free will. I mean we saw that at the end when he completed his last free mission or mission to protect the sun he as a free man, right? So that
Hmm.
means that his devil fruit through Lily's influence I think has to be influencing Kuma to get to Egghead to reunite with Joy Boy
And his daughter. But I also
and
think,
his daughter. Yeah.
well, Lily for Joy Boy, yeah, that makes sense. Um, well, Vivi has to go to fucking Luffy because,
They have to, yeah, she has to.
well, doesn't Sabo have to tell fucking Vivi and Luffy that they're D's?
Yes. So that means that actually Vivi could be the 10th member, bro. It actually would make
Yeah,
canonical
it makes
sense.
sense. She's a D. She was basically a crew member. Didn't they ask her to join the crew, but she couldn't because of her
Yeah.
duties and whatnot? Yeah.
But like
Uh,
now, I mean, she has incentive to join because she's being hunted by the world government because she saw like, you know,
yeah.
she's a D. And man, you know what though? MVP Cobra for pushing Sabo out the way and taking the strike full force to like
L to
sacrifice him.
Oda for covering up that one text bubble of what Cobra said because we know it was fucking important, and he put a fucking like he put something is the dawn and the truth of something, and
Yeah,
and he put a fucking emu saying shut up over the bubble or something like rah! And I'm like, you got Oda, you're a troll, you're a fucking troll, dude. Ugh.
best monarch in my opinion, bro. Like
That was one of
Cobra,
the most fire chapters of this year.
fire chapters.
Is fucking Sabo pulling up on the Goro saying emu. I don't give a fuck what anyone
After
says.
seeing what fucking Saturn's Devil Fruit was, now seeing Emu transformed and the rest of the four Gorosei being transformed along with
The
Saturn.
Sabo wasn't getting out of there. I mean, he wasn't
Sabo was
fighting them.
not getting the fuck
He
out
was
of
in
there.
the bro. He
I
knew
actually
he's like, oh, okay, I need to get the fuck out, bro. This is
you
not.
think
I'm not
Gorosei
ready
is
for this.
more powerful than Akainu? Like all Gorosei versus Akainu? Like
Oda said he'd find it in 1 year, didn't he? The One Piece. If he was the main character, if he was a pirate. It's just because that
because
Delver is
it's the
broken,
most
bro.
obvious place possible.
Okay, we're gonna get a little off topic here. When someone says sad backstory, what's the first one that comes to your mind?
Caught on fast. But I never.
Whose backstory?
When someone says sad One Piece backstory, what's the first one that comes to mind?
It's a tie between Robin and Law. For me. Like I think those are both equally as horrendous because like A, they both had their entire hometown or like home countries blown up. B, they lost everyone that they knew that they loved. And C, like the Robin had to live like 20 years of her life before she was able to find her crewmates. At least Law had Corazon before he died. think Robin's might be a little bit worse in the sense. Like, sure, they're both fucked up, but like, Law had the love of Corazon.
Kyros.
Bro,
The toy
Kiros.
soldier. The toy soldier, bro. I've never cried in an arc so like over and over again every time there was a sad scene.
Oh, dude,
Bro, when
Kiros, bro,
he
Lost
fucking held
Scarlet.
his wife in his hands and said, I can't even feel the warmth of her body leaving her as she's dying because I'm a toy soldier. And then she couldn't remember who he was because of how the devil fruit works. So it was just like, oh my god, this is the most fucked up and shitty situation a person could be in at any given time. Like, holy shit. And then he couldn't even stay to be with her as she was dying because he had to go protect his daughter who didn't know who the fuck he was. It was, oh, dude.
That's why Kiros, bro, like, dude, that guy's fucking will and strength was
Dude, he's
unmatched.
one of my favorite side characters of all of One Piece, bro. That man literally beat ass with one leg, bro. Fuck Shanks. Who cares a fuck about one arm, bro? One leg, bro. He cut off fake Flamingo's head, bro. I was so lit, and I know it wasn't the real Flamingo, but every single person in that room shat themselves when he bursted through those doors, dude, and fucking chopped that dude's head off.
Dude, you know the thing is, man, I only started One Piece in like 2021, man. Before that, like I never watched any part of the series, so
You
like
and
I
me might
never.
have started the same time because I started when Snake Man dropped. When
I
he was
started.
fighting Katakuri. That's when I started.
I started when Onigashima, I think, like canonically, I started when like they're charging to Onigashima, like just the point where like all the fucking ships leave the fucking port from like all the ports, and they're charging to uh um to Onigashima. That's when I just started in the manga or in the anime canonically, and so that's like. But I never got to see fucking Gear Fourth unveil. I never got to see Snake
No, me
Man
neither.
versus
But I did
Katakuri.
get to see Snake Man as it came out. That was dope. You gotta
That was so
understand,
dope.
Katakuri was forever will be top three villains in One Piece.
But he
Uh,
was so powerful. I think Katakuri and
It
like
was his personality and his stoicness. I think he was just he seemed so unbreakable, unyielding, just you can't put him on his back. He's so perfect. He's undefeated. They hyped him up so much, and he lived up to the hype. He was beating the fucking snot out of our main character and talking shit while he was doing it. And then even after round one was over, this man we thought he had no funny or goofy side and he was just a really hard strong One Piece enemy. Then this man sits back on his back and starts eating donuts, singing about donuts, and that's when I knew this motherfucker is my favorite villain. I love this stupid
bro.
motherfucker.
Man, I honestly think that who's the new like Roger and Whitebeard? We know that Luffy is the Roger, but who's the Whitebeard?
Well,
I
people like
always
to
thought it
say
would
it's
be
fucking.
Law.
People thought it's the law. Honestly, the
I think
Whitebeard
it's
of
Katakuri. I think Katakuri is the Whitebeard of
he
the
is the
fucking.
Whitebeard, bro. I like that. The
Like
Whitebeard.
think about fully like when I think Luffy and Katakuri trains. Luffy uh, teaches Katakuri how to use Ryo, and he teaches him how to use the Conqueror's Haki Infusion. And like, think about that, like duo Luffy and Katakuri in the final battle. That'd be so clean. You couldn't you tell me that wouldn't be clean as fuck. Like, cause
Honestly,
Katakuri respects Luffy and they're allies now.
I would like, and I know God Valley. Didn't God Valley happen before Kaido met King?
Yeah,
Or was it
yeah.
after?
No, cause remember, cause wait, God Valley was I think Kaido was 15. Remember? So like, Kaido was a little
Hold
bit
on.
older after he.
1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
Continue. I apologize.
All good. I think that Katakuri, bro, like the final battle, bro, is like when the remnants of the Big Mom pirates. I think personally that like the reconciliation with the remnants of the Big Mom pirates and the Straw Hat pirates, like they become allies at the end. Like sure, like I think honestly, I think like Pudding and Katakuri would probably be like the most like two likely allies. I think it might take a little bit of time. Like maybe Perospero is like ostracized or whatever.
I
I
think
think they definitely
Perospero should have died. Why did they let him live?
no. I
Is
mean
he an impelled down? He should be an impelled, not impelled down.
no. I actually
He
don't
should
know
be
what
an
happened.
Udon with them. He should
He
be an
has to be an
Udon.
Udon. But then why did only like Ryokugyu just like drained Queen and
And
King?
King, bro. They went too hard on the Admiral over first commander thing just because of that scene. Like they're like, it doesn't matter that they just fought a battle the night. You motherfucker. Yes, it does. I don't
Yeah,
think King's ever fought in his
but
life with one wing. I think going up against an admiral the day after you got one of your fucking basically arms chopped off, you're not gonna win no matter what. I don't care if you're a captain level. If you just lost an arm and you go against an admiral the next day, you're losing, bro.
well, I mean that kind of disproves it after when we see Kuzan versus Garp and Kizaru versus Luffy. So like, yes, Queen and King were fucked after the battle in Onigashima, but
I'm not even talking about Queen. Fuck Queen. I'm talking about King. King got fucked up by Zoro, bro. I mean, I know Sanji fucked Queen up, but Queen didn't lose any body parts. Queen just got his ass beat.
hey, he did. He lost his left. Remember his prosthetic arm or his cyborg arm?
He did. I
Yeah,
forgot. Thank you
remember
for
he got
correcting me.
destroyed.
I forgot. I always forget he has one cybernetic. Um, that's
His left
crazy.
arm is fully cybernetic.
Yeah, man. I mean, I still don't feel bad for Queen. I think that whole
Dude,
battle
fuck
was just
that
like,
guy, bro. Dude, if Queen just never used the fucking virus bullets on his own fucking crewmates, then he would have still retained all the soldiers from fucking Onigashima. But no, he had to be like, ha, fuck you guys too. And then Chopper was like, I'll save you, friend or foe, you'll all be saved. And then they get
and
fucking
then
all of soldiers, bro.
those dipshits after the war is over still want to fucking try to straw
Yeah,
hat.
I think Queen actually fucked over like like the proportion of like losing the favor. I think it's
For real, Queen had a really big reason besides Tama for fucking over the
bro,
numbers.
dude, Queen, bro, dude, he's
Hell,
supposed to be mega genius comparable to Vegapunk, and that's his play to like fuck everyone else with virus bullets. Yeah, well thought out for a fucking guy that was on Mavs, bro. That's why Vegapunk is superior to him.
bro, bro, honestly,
Your mic
I
is very robotic and cutting in and out.
oh, it's because I'm far away. My bad. Thanks for letting me know. I
No
think
worries.
I was grabbing something out of the garage. Um, I feel like all right, rank your Mads members, top being worst, bottom being genius. Like number one genius, number yeah, you
Okay.
get it.
Stussy, Caesar. Honestly, after Onigashima, Queen, then Judge, and then Vegapunk.
Ah, you have Hypercar. I mean, he's a genius.
No, the reason why I don't think Queen, like, okay, sure, his scientific expertise is really fucking insane. Like, he made virus bullets, but like the fact that he wasn't able to see the negative implications of shooting his own fucking
Fucking
soldiers with
men,
virus bullets, like, makes me
idiot.
like put him down a rating, bro. Like, and I think Caesar is like, he's just not, not him,
Right.
honestly. Like,
I mean,
his
Caesar's a
fucking science.
genius, but he's just
He's a
such a piece of
genius.
shit. He's such a
Bro,
piece of
but it's like
shit.
his scientific expertise is like super like shoddy and like not like perfected. Like look at Vegapunk, like his shit is like perfected. Like he made the fucking artificial, Ue Ue no Mi model Sergio, and it was like, oh, it's fucking a failure because it's the wrong color. Like that's Vegapunk. That's why Vegapunk's like he's the not number one. And I think a Judge is like the only person that can compete with Vegapunk at this point.
Do you think we'll ever get shots of the anime of Mads,
Oh, you're
dude?
still cutting out just a little bit still.
Do you think we'll? Do you think we'll have any episodes with Mads?
Mads Part Two.
No. I
There,
mean,
there's
like, do you think we'll
rumors.
have an anime in the anime? Do you think they'll ever see Mads, or do you think it'll be a manga exclusive knowledge thing?
I'm probably manga exclusive
That's so
appearances.
bogus, bro. I know
Yeah,
that's
but dude,
unimportant, but you know how cool it is to know about Mads.
yeah, dude.
I
I
feel
think
bad
like
for anime only
Hachi's,
watchers.
I think even the Hachi's underwater stroll should have been like canon
I've
for
never
Vagabond.
seen Buggy's Adventure, and I've been told by everyone that I need to go back to East Blue and watch the
Oh
entire
yeah, I
Buggy's
watched
Adventure.
Buggy's Adventure, bro. Like he actually had an adventure, man. So I think Buggy, bro, like I think, bro, he has to find the One Piece. I think Buggy's the one. It
Everyone,
makes sense.
Buggy's the one.
Yeah, Buggy, like think about it, bro, and it makes perfect sense because of the foreshadowing in Go Down when Luffy gives to Buggy Captain John's treasure mark, and then like when Buggy finds the One Piece, like he remembers his debt to Luffy, and because like Luffy's Joy Boy, Buggy's the one that gives the One Piece to Joy Boy, and then like I think that's when we really see the true power of the Hito Hito no Mi Maika. Like no, that there's a reason why like the Gorosei and Emu didn't want anyone to find the One Piece because like it was Joy Boy's like ultimate weapon that would have let him have like total control over the entire world and like to liberate the world from the Emu and the Gorosei.
Was
Like
Hawkeye the first one to say that Luffy's true power is gathering people to his
yeah.
side?
Yeah, like look up like and then that will actually help like that would make sense why Buggy would be the one to find the One Piece first, but give it to Luffy. Then like it would make sense
I
because
don't know. Narratively, I think Luffy. Do you think Blackbeard will be
when are
defeated?
we ever gonna
Will
see?
Buggy die? Will Buggy die before Blackbeard's defeated, or will he just be
No.
defeated?
No, I don't. I don't think. I actually think Buggy, like with his new, like, okay, everyone, like, Buggy's like an Usopp character. Like he's weak, but he uses his power of his charisma and his luck to gather many people over to his side. But Oda always said that Buggy has the same potential as Shanks, but the Shanks always train consistently, and Buggy like never trained, right? That's why. But like in theory, they both have the same potential. So that means now that Buggy is, leader of Cross Guild, and he actually says we're going for the One Piece and has all the men backing him, that's where he takes his place as true Yonko. And for the first time after he fucking revitalizes that desire after so many years, after Roger's death, Buggy
It's just
finally
so
awakens his
funny. The
Conqueror's
fucking
Haki, bro.
crocodile is fucking
Buggy
Hawkeye
finally
under him.
awakens his Conqueror's Haki, man, and he awakens the Bara Baro no Mi, and he becomes immune to Shanks.
Yeah.
Awaken Baro Baro no Mi, like Buggy is more powerful than Shanks because Buggy's Devil Fruit counters Shanks and Mihawk, and with a Conqueror's Haki, bro, like Buggy is like the beast, and like he finally becomes more powerful than Crocodile
Oh,
and
oh,
Mihawk.
excuse me. I think it's hilarious that Crocodile and Hawkeye are under Buggy.
Dude,
Do you
that means
think
that Buggy
it'll?
was truly Yonko.
Do you think that because? Do you think by power level standpoint, Hawkeye being that's Zoro's true rival, right? When they're gonna fight,
Yes.
when Yonkos fight, right? Do you
Yeah.
think that means that Crocodile's gonna have a Sanji fight? Since that's Luffy's third, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, I think that would be so sick. Imagine if Sanji also learned Duo. Do you think Sanji also is a Conqueror's Haki user? I honestly don't think he
I don't
is.
think he needs to be. I don't think they need to give Sanji Conqueror's Haki to keep him relevant. I think he's always going to be relevant. I mean, it's fucking
But then how
Sanji.
does he power up by Elbaf though?
I mean,
Because the Straw Hats still need him
not
more
every
powerful for
arc
their
is a
raids.
power up. I don't think it's gonna be a Sanji, Zoro, or a Luffy power. I think it's gonna be a giant Usopp arc, and I'm here for it, bro. I will
So you
sit
think
down for
Usopp is gonna
3 years and
be?
watch an Usopp adventure because he
I always
deserves it.
loved Usopp, bro. Like I think out of all the Straw Hats, like he was by far like the most diversely talented in
He's
a
the
wide
most
variety of
humanly
fields.
like he's realistic. He's I don't want to go do that. That's scary. All right. He generally is the most who's more human. Even if he can be selfish, like fuck that, I'm leaving you guys. I'm not gonna die. Like he he's human. He's it's not always I'm brave. I'm gonna go run into gunfire and swords and you run up to fight Kaido. Not every character has to be the unhuman like non-human
Usopp
fucking.
versus Van Augur, bro, for sure, and
Oh,
Yasuo.
it'll be great, dude. It'll be great. But I think we have a fight for Usopp before Van Augur.
Then who fights Usopp at Elbaf then?
A fucking giant, a bad giant who's gonna be bullying everyone, and Usopp's gonna unlock Armament
Quiz.
Haki. I'm telling you, everyone thinks it's gonna be
Armin Haki
Conquers.
with
I
Usopp?
want him to have Armament Haki, bro. You know how be lit that would be?
Pop Green's Armin Haki would be so fucking sick.
Yes.
Just like how Yasop definitely has Armin Haki with his bullets, and he definitely has insane observation Haki.
I mean, I just think about it. I think don't you think Usopp's confidence would come up if he could defend himself with the black armor?
Absolutely, bro. Like, dude, well, I think right now the Straw Hats still aren't ready to face Blackbeard and his crew. I still think though that
He hasn't gotten his
Kuzan would
third
probably
fruit. Of course he's not ready. He needs to
yeah.
get one more devil fruit.
No, I honestly think that Kuzan actually wipes the floor with all the Straw Hats, except for like Sanji, Jinbei, like Zoro, and Luffy. And I'll tell you why. The reason why is because Aokiji has total mastery of advanced observation haki, advanced.
Oh, hold on. You said Kuzan has total mastery of.
Yeah, because
How do we
in the
know
beginning,
observation? How do we know?
well, because I mean, all admirals know hockey, right? After vice admiral, and then now we can like see the battle. Now we can get kind of like a glimpse because we saw Kuzan versus Garp. Now we saw Borsalino versus Luffy. So we can see that even Luffy, who possesses future sight, was still struggling against Kizaru's insane speed. So we can infer from those fights, and we can infer from Luffy versus Kaido and how he used the observation hockey then that Borsalino has to have a developed level of observation hockey that's similar to Luffy's in some regard. Thus, the same could be said with Kuzan versus Garp. And so, with Kuzan's advanced mastery of the Hiya Hiya no Mi, with his armament hockey, his training with the battleship bags, and like his duel with the Kainu, I think still he wipes the floor with most Straw Hats as of now without their power ups. Just because I mean think about it Robin Kuzan versus Frankie, who wins? Ice Age, and then he fucking destroys him. So I still think there needs to be some sort of power up that has to happen before they go against the Blackbeard Pirates.
Um, do you think
I would
Aokiji
like to
can
be wrong
freeze the
though.
oven?
I like to be wrong though, but I think Kuzan is just too much of a beast at this point.
Do you think Aokiji could freeze oven? Not defeat oven, freeze oven.
Nah, because I think the Netsu no Mi kind of counters him being freezed, unfortunately. Just how Jozu's diamond fruit also kind of counters the ice because it's like he's hardening his whole body as diamonds. The Netsu no Mi, he just heats up his body, or I'm pretty sure it could extend to other parts of his limbs and his body besides his arms. So I think yeah, he would definitely
Again, extend to the fucking ocean.
yeah, he would definitely thaw out of Aokiji's ice. But
It was a strong fruit, just a weak user of the fruit, honestly.
yeah,
Um,
honestly, yeah,
it was
go
a
for it.
really good fruit. It could even shoot fireballs under the water. He was shooting fireballs. Like, dude, that was strong.
But
Um,
Kuzan's the goat, man. Like he was able to go head to head with Garp, and it's fucking Garp. And if he was going head to head with Garp, then we can reasonably assume now that he diffs most of the Straw Hats. Unfortunately,
Garp was going
objectively
easy on
speaking.
him.
Nah, I don't think Garp was going easy on him. He used Galaxy Impact, he used Galaxy Divide, he uses Blue Hole. Those are not moves that you saw Garp in all of Marineford. All he did was punch Marco and helped Sengoku defend Marineford from the Blackbeard Pirates, and all he really did was punch fucking Burgess into the ground. This is the first time we've actually seen him use his hockey moves that he was probably using with Roger. So I think Garp was not fucking going easy on Kuzan there.
Who'd win the fight, Green Bull or Fujitora?
Ooh. Honestly, I'd have to see more of Green Bull's attacks besides his kind of forest strike ability. But I mean, Fujitora has gravity and he has the forest, and then Fujitora probably has probably one of the best observation hockeys in the series because he needs it to fucking see. So his probably is so developed. Honestly, I think it's a stalemate. I think Rokugyu's Devil Fruit also won't be affected by fucking gravity that much.
I don't know, man. I'm. It's one of the few things, and I'm. Let me rephrase what I was saying. I lost track. In One Piece, I am very biased on certain things, but I'm not biased on other things. But one of the things I'm biased on is Fujitora is one of my favorite Yonko. No, Yonko. Admiral. That's what I meant. I meant Admiral. For the fact that, not power-wise, just who he is. He's just dope. He's nice. He's a cool
He's
guy.
actually a great man.
Great dude. He fucking cried. And when you find out he blinded himself because of all the terrible things in the world that you know, all the bad things. He was a really likable character. I
Yes,
love him.
and only Joy Boy was able to make him wish that he had blinded himself. Only Joy Boy could do that.
Yeah. So, do you think Fujitora is the weakest admiral, or do you think he's pretty strong?
I think he's fucking strong as shit. Pre Enma Zoro was struggling against him,
Do you think
and
he
he
came
wasn't
from
even
Wano?
trying. What?
Do you think he has ties to Wano?
Fujitora? I think he might actually. He definitely kind of has the Wano kind of look, but he doesn't have. Maybe he was born in another country in the New World. I don't know. There's so many things, bro, that Oda still hasn't explained, bro. Like I tell people who haven't watched One Piece, I'm just like, bro,
Can I can I say my most annoying the thing that annoyed me most about Wano?
what?
The biggest plot hole in all of Wano was the Big Mom children. Why the fuck? Like, didn't they show up? Like, Perospero was the only one who didn't show up, and they didn't go back into it. So you're telling me they
Um,
drowned? They drowned when Marco kicked them off the second time after King kicked them off? Or did they just sit there at the bottom of the waterfall the entire war? Like, that is a plot hole, bro. They never went back to it, did they? They got knocked off the waterfall, and the only person who showed up to the war after that was
was
Perospero.
Perospero, and then he probably got to Wano the same way that Big Mom did. I would have to, or like something with the. I mean, and let's be honest here, bro. We can definitely say that Perospero is probably the second strongest out of Big
Mm,
Mom's children.
he's
I
strong
put
as
him
shit,
over
but I'll
Cracker.
be
I put him
honest.
over Cracker.
You put him over Cracker? Oh, that's
The reason
crazy,
why, the
bro.
reason why, because like he was able to go against Nekomamushi and Inuarashi, bro. Like, he was able to and like they're really strong. I honestly think that Nekomamushi and or Inuarashi would
I
almost
think Cracker would make both of them. I think not make both of them. I think Cracker would give Neko and Inuyasha a tough fucking fight. Even if a 2v1, bro, I think it would be a hard fight for them.
Man, the thing is, bro, why the Cracker must have been fucking scolded so hard for him not to fucking even
I don't
show
think
up,
he
bro.
had
What?
time to get scolded. I think the very next day when he was still in the hospital, the wedding got ruined and Katakuri was fighting. I don't think they had time to like punish children besides the Cream Cream guy who lied and said he killed Luffy in the
Bro,
jail.
I still want to see Gear 4 Tank Man more form. We only see it
Yes,
one
bro.
fucking
What if we
time
get a
after
Gear
Gomu
5 Tank
Gomu
Man?
no
What if we get
Cannonball.
Gear 5 Tank Man?
That'd be so clean. But that cannonball move, bro.
It
The
is.
fact that
It's in my top 10 fights for Luffy, for sure. It's
Gomu Gomu no Cannonball, dude. Bro, I still
Cracker was
think
a
that
good villain. That was a good
the
fight.
Gomu Gomu no Mi is my favorite fruit. And I'll tell you why. Because it uses the awakened form of the fruit only uses the limits of your imagination as the power, bro. Like with the fucking Mera Mera no Mi, you have to creatively use your fire, with the fucking whatever, let's say like the Togi Togi no Mi, the spike guys, to use your spikes in ways, you were limited by the power of the spikes. But with the fucking Nika fruit, bro, you could just do whatever the fuck you want. Like, if you want to fucking turn your arm into a flail, bro, you could turn it into a flail. Like, that's why it's my favorite fruit. Because it's the power of imagination. Like,
Um,
that's why it's my favorite. Because it's not limited. Like, you could,
yeah,
think about it. Like, Luffy can just come up with infinite amount of attacks in Gear 5.
but I think I want to see. What if it's not Don in what's his name?
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit now. You're cutting out a little bit.
What's Devon? Katarina Devon, and then
Oh,
the one with the
the
wings.
Ino no Mi Genjutsu model.
No, what's the name of Lafitte? Lafitte, that's his name. What if
Oh,
it's
that fruit.
not them two? What if it's not them two and Blackbeard's actually pulling up himself to Egghead and we get a dark fruit versus light fruit, Kizaru versus Blackbeard?
Oh, dude, please, dude.
I
Okay,
would
so
honestly enjoy
is there
that
gonna
fight
be
more than Luffy versus Kizaru, I'm not gonna lie.
is there gonna be a junction point now to Egghead where it's gonna be dragons showing up for Vegapunk's distress call, and then Blackbeard or the Blackbeard pirates are
What
responding
would he
to
be
Egghead?
after? What is he going after, Blackbeard?
I think he found out from Stussy, or he found out from a contact that like Saturn was like now here on
He found out from Caribou, and Caribou is
Yeah,
really working for Blackbeard.
yeah, bro. So like,
It makes
Caribou
sense.
knows.
Caribou's in the barrel. He's with them. You know.
Well, now Blackbeard knows because if Caribou's the secret like informer for Blackbeard, then Blackbeard knows about Plutons and Wano
Oh,
because
that's bad. He
Caribou
overheard.
overheard.
Robin
Yeah,
talked about that in front of Caribou.
yeah. So like, yeah, Caribou definitely knew that. So like, Blackbeard knows where Pluton is against Wano, or where it's at Wano. So they're gonna definitely use it. They're gonna try to forcefully awaken Pudding's three-eyed tribe, like Voice of All Things ability to read the Poneglyph and to find out exactly where it is. And or they probably use the Voice of All Things to awaken Pluton, just how like the ancient robot was awakened by Drums of Liberation.
Do you think there's something between Emu and Rocks?
Mm, I honestly think Rox probably was like one of the last known people that actually knew the true history about like Emu and the Gorosei defeating the Great King. And like I think Rox's ambition to become the leader of the world, bro, like was directly combating Emu and the Gorosei. But like Oda still has to explain why it took Roger and Garp or to both beat him. But why? So why did it only
I
take
know.
two members of the D to defeat another member of the D? So
Because Big Mom, Kaido, Whitebeard, and Shiki, and John Morgan, and the others were there, and the Asian dude who used to own Pirate Island that fucking Blackbeard defeated. Forget his name.
um, what was his name? Garling?
No, no, no. There was someone who owned Pirate Island, Beehive Island.
Oh,
Before.
Ochaku.
Yeah, he was part of Rocks.
Yeah, he was.
So you gotta remember all those big ass names I just named, plus more. Probably
So then
fucking
so
Shaka.
that means that the D's have to be like the strongest in the universe then, because if Roger and Garp could defeat all those guys and defeat fucking Rocks, then that just shows that the D's are like in another category of their own in terms of sheer power.
I still think it's possible that Big Mom fucked Kuma and had fucking old
Bonnie?
girl.
Big Mom fucked Kuma and had Bonnie?
Hey man, look at the hairstyle.
Fuck, bro. Why Big Mom gotta fuck everyone in the verse, bro? Like dead. Man. Okay, honestly, bro, I need to know the next chapter in order to solidify my opinion on this because, oh, dude, Jay Garcia, bro, like, yeah, I can tell when the new chapter drops because then every motherfucker goes to the One Piece wiki and like looks up the most relevant people for the fucking chapter.
Um, I don't know who's gonna fight Saturn, and I don't know why
I think it has to
Frankie,
be
Frankie and Bonnie looked up at Saturn and their head didn't explode. That's why I'm so confused on how that works.
probably maybe it's power, maybe it's will, maybe it has to be like they had stronger wills.
Oh,
We have Oda has to read. Listen, there's only so
you
much
saying
Oda
his
can do.
Conqueror's hockey's so strong that if you look at him, your head explodes? The only like the weak grunts that happens to.
You think? Do you really think that Saturn has Conqueror's Haki?
Bro, he just came out of a fucking spell circle, a fucking pentagram like he's Satan. There's no fucking way he doesn't have Conqueror's hockey.
I mean, it's possible to not have Conqueror's Haki but still be one of the strongest on the verse. So I will have to wait and see, honestly.
That's true, but do you
Like I
think Emu has Conquerors?
oh 1000%. Imu has to, but he probably has like I think there's like you know how we have Ornament, Observation, and Conquerors. I think there's a hidden fourth type of hockey that Oda hasn't revealed yet.
Fourth type of hockey. How many people have that hockey?
But there's actually no more that I can speculate. Like we're gonna have to wait until the next chapter.
You know. Um. What else? What else? Anything else you want to go over?
I mean, bro, I've finished what I need to finish here. Like, literally, we just have to wait till the next chapter for me to actually make some more
All
definitive
right.
theories.
Well, I conclude this 1094 podcast then, and I'll
Why
tag
am I
you in
the
it.
only one here in the podcast now?
That we have like 3 other people who hit interested, and they haven't shown up for. They showed up the last 2 ones ago. So the last one, no one came but you. The one before that, I had 3 people in it. So we'll see. And we need to grow the Discord to get more One Piece lovers in it. So we'll
I mean,
get there.
we already have a pretty fat amount of members.
A lot of them are Jujutsu Kaisen only, and then video game people. But a lot of them are One Piece. But
I
yeah. I mean, I'll try every week to get more people. But if you know anyone who would love to give their opinion, they're always.
There's no other person that I know as of now personally that isn't at the same level of One Piece that I am. Like where I
Okay.
can like talk to you about all chapters, all like in-depth theories about all the devil fruits and like the character ties. I'm probably the only person that I know personally.
Okay. Well, I'll post this and tag you in it like I did the first one. I don't know if you saw the first one, but I
I did.
tagged it in.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I'll do that again. So,
All right,
all right,
man.
man.
Well, take care. Thanks for the chat.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Bye.
You too. Take care.